Hello and welcome to Dumi's Daily Grind. My name is Dumi and thank you so much for joining me today. I created this channel to share my life experiences, inspirations I found from others, lessons I have learned, and things I have been taught throughout various periods of my life, especially the ones relating to spiritual well being, focusing mainly on the daily work, the grind that goes into finding peace of mind, contentment, and freedom from addiction. In this episode, I would like to reflect on the episode I did. I think it was day number 18 that was done on the 31st of December 2021, which was inspired by Gary Zukav's well known book called The Seat of the Soul. And in 2021, I was able to put down specific goals, specific things I wanted to achieve in 2022. And I would like to use this episode to basically reflect upon all of them and see which ones I was able to fulfill and which ones I wasn't able to fulfill. Now, it is very important for me to be kind on myself because the aim is to do the best that I can with the tools that I'm given and to improve on life one step at a time. Now, one of the goals I had set at the end of 2021 was literally to improve by 2%, 2% every single day and see how that was going to pan out. The next goal that I need to look at is finding peace, finding serenity, and being more present and aware in my life, and see what sort of results I will get from that. Now, in my journey of finding serenity and peace of mind, I have found myself going through a lot of literature, reading a lot of books, listening to people who have gone through this journey, and trying out whatever I thought might work for me. And it is now 2023, and it is vital for me to reflect back and see what worked and what didn't work, and how I can carry myself forward into 2023 with that little improvement that I can do on a daily basis if possible. So, with that said, I'd like to mention a few things that were mentioned in that episode and reflect on what I have achieved and what I haven't. One of the other books that inspired me into doing that video was a book called The Eight Mindful Steps to Happiness, Walking the Buddha's Path. And the two books literally helped me put this plan together. Now, in preparation for 2022, at that time, I was willing to be courageous in finding my truth, as courage will allow me to continue displaying the virtues I believe in without being discouraged or ridiculed by others as I continue on the journey that I had set to start. It says, I am trying on a daily basis to discover my new capabilities and my new potential. And going into the new year, I am prepared to receive whatever my higher power has in store for me. These include new experiences, new journeys, new learnings from hardships, and preparedness to receive these blessings. So I think it was important for me to be prepared it's one thing to ask for God's guidance, and not be prepared to act appropriately when those blessings do actually come true. So one of my goals was to be prepared to receive the blessings and to be prepared to act accordingly when all of those things do actually come true. All right. So I continue, and it says here, what I require is commitment, time, courage to stand up for my creativity. Now, time and courage to stand up for my creativity was a really important one for me to focus on in 2023. And the reason for that is I grew up being a creative person. I really enjoyed writing. I really enjoyed painting. I really enjoyed drawing. I used to write lyrics. I used to enjoy performing on stage, even though it was just a hobby. I really enjoyed those things. But the one thing that I had discovered was I really enjoy writing. I really enjoy looking at what wisdom exists around the world and writing and understanding what that is all about. So in 2022, at the end of 2021, I then put this as a goal for me to have the courage to protect my creativity. Now, this sentence is full of goals, right? And I can say safely that I did have new experiences in 2022. So let's just look at some of them. New experiences in 2022 was becoming debt free, like completely debt free. It was a new experience for me, and it is a goal that I am so proud of achieving, because ever since I started working, I was constantly in debt. I had debt for our place that we lived. I had a bond, I had a car, I had clothing, I had credit cards, I had all of these things that I had ever since I started working. And for the first time in my life, I wake up every morning and it's like my phone is not ringing from a company asking me to pay because I'm a day late, or I'm 2 days late, or I am financially free. So arriving in 2023, I can sit here and I can look at this camera and say, for the first time in my life, I am debt free. I don't owe anybody anything. So that was a new experience for me. And it is one that is so significant. Okay. The other new experience was going on holiday with my family. So I remember the last time I went on holiday was in 2014. And in 2014, I went on holiday with my nephew and my eldest son. And we went to Mpumalanga and we had just a weekend, but it was fantastic. And I've never forgotten that experience. So this year, we went on holiday again. And I went on holiday with my husband and all of my kids. And it was such a fantastic experience because it is something that we haven't done before. It is something that we haven't done as a family, as a unit, going on holiday without any involvement of mind-altering substances, alcohol, drugs, or anything. And this experience was absolutely fantastic. And we thought we will try just a few nights. So we booked ourselves for 3 nights and 4 days. And we did so much on this holiday, and it was absolutely wonderful. So that was an experience I did, and I got to share with my family, and I got to be with my family, and I was present, and I was there, and I was conscious, and I had zero mind alteration from anything. So that was a fantastic experience. Then another new experience was the completion of our traditional ceremony. And this was something I had zero expectations of. It turned out so well. Our families were absolutely supportive. Our families came together, and we actually completed the traditional part of our union. And I have watched people having their traditional ceremonies and all of that, and I never thought it is something that would happen for me. And in 2022, I experienced that. It was fantastic. It was beautiful. And we did the whole thing from from the identification of the bride to lunch, and oh my gosh, it was just fantastic. And it was an experience that I will never forget. And we managed to do it sober. We managed to do it without any debt. We managed to do it without having to worry about where we're going to get the money from to make sure that everybody is happy, is fed. We have great festivities, etc. So I am really proud that we were able to do that this year. Now, another new experience I had was growing our family, and we adopted 2 puppies this year. And it was wonderful doing this again. We are a family. We love animals. We love dogs specifically. And, in 2021, when we were asked to adopt our pit bull Ghost from his owner, because he was really, really ill, and his owner did not know how to help him stay alive. So he asked us to adopt him and take him and help him. And we did that. And Ghost is fine. He's well. He's healthy. And in 2022, we adopted 2 puppies, one of which is no longer with us. But in December of 2022, we adopted Snow. Snow is also a pit bull puppy, and we were asked to adopt him because the animal shelter that had him, they knew that we loved our dogs regardless of the breed. And with all that's happened this year regarding the news around pit bull terriers, American pit bulls, and all of that in South Africa, it has been a real challenge for animal shelters to get these dogs adopted. Instead, they had an influx of pit bull owners handing in their dogs. And when we were asked to adopt Snow, we didn't hesitate. And Snow had 2 brothers, and he was the only one with a hearing problem, and they told us that he's deaf, and they showed us how we could communicate with Snow. So we've got Snow now, and it's a new experience because we've never had a a deaf dog before, a deaf puppy. So far everything is going well. We have learned to communicate with him. He's house trained now, and we are hoping that we'll be able to socialize it and do the right thing for the pit bull puppy called Snow. So that's another new experience for me that I have just in 2022. More new experiences. I think another important one is the ability to be present and aware for myself and for my family. Now, this is very important because what I realized in the past year is that me as a parent, us as parents, it was important for us to be present for our children, and it has worked out so well. Now, our toddler has a problem of delayed development where he is unable to speak fluently, although he's at the age where he's supposed to speak fluently. And our 10-year-old, we were there and present for him, and he has literally surprised us, and he came second in school, second highest, with the second highest mark in school. And that for me was a proud moment, because we've always known that he was intelligent. We've always known that he was able to learn very quickly, and we've always known that he is really good academically. And this year he excelled, and we are so proud of him. And with that, our toddler is improving on a daily basis. We are able to see a daily improvement in his speech, and we are here, and we are present, and we are communicating, and we are understanding, and we are moving him to another school where he might be able to receive more individual attention. And we are able to do all of these things because we are present, because we are here, because we are aware, because we can see what our children are going through. And so being available for our children is really important to me, and 2022 has shown me the benefits of being present for our children. So and our eldest son is responsible for himself now, and we are helping him wherever we can. And it is absolutely fantastic to be able to step up when we are required to. So let me look at new journeys. In 2021, I embarked on a new journey of finding serenity and peace of mind. And I was able to stay sober for a while. I think my journey then began on the 13th of October 2021. And with that, I must say that in 2022, I turned a year where I didn't have any alcohol. So I was sober for a year, and a week or two later, I relapsed. I had a drink, and my relapse lasted for a week. And this relapse put me on a completely new journey, literally. It made me realize a lot of things that I wasn't doing right, that I was taking for granted. Things such as fellowshipping, things like having the right people around me, things like understanding that not only depression and anxiety can be a trigger for relapses, but also being happy and being excited and being on cloud nine can also be a trigger for a relapse. When I put my guard down, when I was at my best, when everything was going so well, when I was relaxed, when I was happy, when I was full of joy and love, and I was experiencing so much love in my life, I put my guard down. I dropped my guard and I stopped doing what I was doing. And the only thing I was doing at that time was attending meetings, and but my step work wasn't being done. I wasn't in contact with my sponsor, but things were going so well at that time. But I still managed to relapse. Now, the lesson I learned from that is that it's not only the negative things that can cause a relapse, but also the positive things, the excitation, the extra stuff that we don't guard against when things are going so well that we put our guard down. That's what happened to me. So those are very important lessons for me. But this relapse started a whole new journey for me. I'm doing way more service now. I have started a meeting, a fellowship where we pray and meditate on a daily basis. And it has been going for 3 weeks now, and it has calmed me down. It has allowed me to be more present. It has allowed me to be more aware. It has allowed me to be more appreciative of what it is that I have. And I just love that I had the opportunity to do that. That linked directly to my relapse. So I am grateful for that. So yeah, that's my new journey. Then learnings. I mentioned a couple of learnings I have had this year or last year in 2022. And hardships and preparedness. I think that week when I relapsed was the hardest week of my life. But I was able to, after a week, get up, take back my power from alcohol, and wake up in the morning, take a bath, and just go and seek help as soon as I was conscious again. And me seeking help has put a stop to the entire process, because this might have lasted for years, and it might have just derailed all of this good things, all of these blessings and all of that. And I was able to get up and go and take responsibility for my part, put boundaries towards others who were involved in this relapse, and it's very important. I learned how important boundaries are, and boundaries literally just show that you need to respect yourself enough to demand that others respect you as much as you respect yourself. And this was a lesson. The biggest lesson I learned in 2022 is what boundaries actually mean, and how to put boundaries in place, and how to make sure that when your boundaries are not respected, what you need to do afterwards. Because we always say, oh yeah, no, boundaries, you need to set boundaries, but we never talk about what it actually means to set those boundaries. So that was another important lesson for me. that I learned in 2022, which has actually allowed me to have healthier relationships and be able to help where I can, but also have the ability to say no when I cannot help or when I don't feel comfortable with the situation. And that is very important for me. Preparedness to receive blessings. This is a very important point because, we receive blessings all the time. Life is constantly changing situation, constantly. And when we pray and when we see things change in our lives, we don't take them seriously or we take them for granted. But if I am prepared to receive the blessings and I am prepared to carry those blessings to the next person, to my family, to be able to give to others what I have received, is very important for me. So this year, my partner and I had a conversation, my husband and I had a conversation about our finances, and we had an agreement that if we are asked to help, that we would, as far as we can. And fortunately for us, we were blessed to be in the position to do that. So whenever somebody asked for help, we were there. Whenever somebody asked for something specific from us, we were there. We were able to give back. And it is the most wonderful thing. We were able to give back. And the giving back was on condition that the person who asked put on us. And it was under their conditions, not under our conditions. Because we were blessed enough to be able to help, we did manage to help a lot of people this year. People we love, people we care about, and our friends, our family, we were able to help. And it is such a fantastic feeling for me to be able to give back some of the blessings that we receive. It is very, really, really fulfilling that we were able to do that. And it's something that we will continue to do because it is the best thing, I think. If we receive, we should be willing to give. And it is a principle that we are living by as a family and are going to teach our children, that you don't only receive for yourself, but you receive for others around you. So when they come and ask you for help, you need to be willing to help if you can. Obviously, you need to be able to eat first and be able to do all of these things for yourself first, and then you are able to help others. So that was very important for me. And I am very proud to sit here and say, regardless of all the mistakes I made this year, I was able to give back, be of service. So, yeah. Another thing that happened for me in 2022 was that I was able to see one of my greatest wishes come true. And that wish was to proceed with my studies. And throughout the years, I have been applying to UNISA to do a degree in psychology. And I did take it for granted at some point that I should be accepted because I was previously accepted to do a Bachelor of Sciences with them, which I didn't take up. I didn't take up the space when I was accepted, and that Bachelor of Sciences degree would have been in information technology, which is a field that I'm in, the field that I making a living out of right now. But throughout the years, I discovered that I have got another passion in life, and that passion is passion of helping others. And I had grown this passion for social studies, for psychology specifically. And in 2022, I was able to literally be brave and apply to a private institution, and I was accepted to do a degree in psychology. I was accepted, and I started in September in the third term, and I am happy to say that that process also went well. My first term I completed successfully, and I didn't do too badly. So I received one distinction, and I received quite good marks for my other modules. And I am absolutely proud of myself for finally getting to do what I really am passionate about. And I am so looking forward to what 2023 has in store for me when it comes to my studies. I will give it all that I have. I will focus. I will take it seriously, and it is one of those things that I hope I will be able to complete. You know, sometimes life throws us with unexpected things, but I am well equipped. I'm equipped enough to be able to handle it, I think. Or I want to believe that I will finally be able to complete this degree and start doing what I'm really, really passionate about. So I'm really proud of that achievement. And I didn't want to speak about it in my previous videos. I remember I did a video where I turned a year sober, and I did this whole episode regarding what I practiced to be able to get to that goal. And in that video, I didn't mention that I had started studies and I had to change my entire daily routine because of my studies. And it contributed obviously to my excitation, but it also contributed to, you know, some of the stresses I was dealing with at that time, because I had expectations of my performance, and when my performance was not that great during that period, I really took it hard. So I have also learned to be kinder on myself when it comes to my studies. I haven't studied in a very long time. The last time I was in university was in 2002, and that's a very long time. So I need to be kind. I need to understand that things do change, and my capacity of taking in information is no longer the same as it was 20 years ago. So that was another achievement for 2022 that I will be carrying forward to 2023 with me in my heart. So, in summary, in 2022, I have learned to accept where I am. I have learned to accept what I am able to do. I am able to accept that I only have 24 hours in a day. I am able to accept that in order for me to carry on being in this good space, I need to put in the work. I need to do daily practice. I need to be aware. I need to be present. I need to improve a little bit at a time. I need to not be afraid to love. I need to be able to help. I need to get rid of my character defects and replace them with positive characteristics that I can be proud of, and hopefully some of these promises that I have seen before when I was sober and free and doing what I really felt was the next right thing, and trusting in God, trusting in my higher power, and trusting that whatever that comes my way is meant to be, and deal with it on life's terms, and deal with it with the conditions that are presented to me at that point, at that moment. And the only way I can do that is if I am present and I am aware and I do things with intention. I do things with the right kind of intention, and I need to, in 2023, I need to keep that awareness and trust my instinct. And if I don't feel right about a situation, I need to trust that that situation is not right for me, and I should be willing to walk away. I should be willing to understand my limitations. I should be able to understand who I am and what I am meant to be, and determine my own journey, determine my own path with the assistance of my higher power, with the assistance of my support groups, with the assistance of these tools that I keep on getting as I go. And hopefully I'll get to discover a life that is full of joy, full of happiness, full of blessings, full of giving back, full of service, full of all of these things. And it's important for me, I think, that I continue the good things that I learned in 2022 and find other things in 2023 that I can incorporate into my life, I can incorporate into my plan, and grow positively, be a better mother, be a better wife, be a better partner, be a better friend, be a better sister, be a better daughter, be a better whatever label that I have. There is always room for improvement. There is always time to change. It is never too late to change your journey. It's never too late to change your path. It's never too late to put in those boundaries. And it's never too late to study again. It's never too late to stop drinking. It's never too late to do those habits that you know deep down inside your heart that are not good for you. And take back what you know is right for you. Take it back. Don't allow society to tell you this is how you're supposed to live life. Don't allow society to tell you for you to be successful, you have to overwork. For you to be successful, you have to give all of your time to your company. For you to be successful, you have to hang around with these people. You have to socialize even though you don't feel like it. Trust what your mind says to you. Trust what your heart says to you. And trust what your higher power says to you through your instinct, through that feeling that you get deep down inside your gut. You know, that feeling that we all have. I think 2023 should be dedicated to that, to listening to that voice that is within all of us, that voice that says, I don't think you should go there. This sounds like a bad idea. Don't jump into that car right now. Wait 5 minutes, wait 10 minutes. Make that phone call. That voice that keeps on telling you to phone your parents. That voice that keeps telling you to do all of those things. And I am going to refine that in my life, and I'm going to be kind on myself as well when I make mistakes, because there is no life without mistakes. There is no life without speed humps on the path, without some sort of failures. And with that, I would like to wish you a fantastic 2023. I would like to wish you growth. I would like to wish you the best. I would like to wish you all the blessings that you deserve in 2023. And I would like to wish you the opportunity to be prepared for all of your New Year's resolutions to come true, and to be prepared to grab them by the horns and make good use of the blessings that you're going to get in 2023. So, yeah, Happy New Year. And thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for listening all the way until the end. I don't know what 2023 has in store for me and my channel and my social media platforms. However, just for today, I am happy that I am able to do this video. I am happy that I am sober. I am happy that I can sit here and do an honest reflection on the year that was yesterday, 2022, and get into 2023 with an honest reflection without holding anything back, looking at the good and the bad that happened last year. So, yes, so thank you very much. Have a fantastic 2023 and enjoy the 1st of January 2023. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.